How's everyone doing? Welcome back to another video where today we are back with ETA Draft Week 3 versus the Fire Crown Dallas this week. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. And now let's get into Fire Crown Dallas's team. So they have Zacian, which will always be an amazing physical attacker no matter what. It's not even his crown form, so doesn't get the steel typing, which is both good but also bad for me because it loses some of its weaknesses that I was going to take advantage of, like its earthquake weakness. But nevertheless, it does make it easier for my Pokemon like Genesect to hit super effectively. In terms of the moves, I think it's going to use, it could use Fire Fang, of course, for all my steel types. Could run close combat, could run play rough, could run Swords Dance, could run this Choice Band, could run a Choice Scarf just in case it wants to outspeed some of my Pokemon. What I think they'll do, I'm still pretty unsure, but I do guarantee that they're going to bring this. I'm pretty sure they're going to be Spot Outs as well as their lead, just to get up Sticky Webs, to knock off some of my Pokemon, just to be a pain for me in terms of staying up with some of my Pokemon. Of course, is a problem with Mega Blaziken if it does get Sticky Web up because it takes away +1 speed boost from me. So I can't imagine them bringing this to their battle. Iron Treads, I'm 50-50 if they're gonna bring this, because even though it's good into some of my Pokemon and it's good into my Mega Blaziken, of course I also hit this super effectively, whereas it hits me super effectively. So really unsure if it's going to bring this. Get Stealth Rocks, Rapid Spin, of course, to get rid of any hazards I may bring. Can run it special or physical, of course. It gets Steel Beam if it wants to, you know, kill itself while doing some damage on me. So yeah, really unsure if they're gonna bring this Pokemon, but it's still a possibility. There's another Zacian for some reason. So Palkia Origin. This is the Pokemon that's actually like a super threat on my team, because I don't have a lot that can deal with it effectively. Of course, Palkia also just has a very diverse move set. Fire Blast, Earth Power, Draco, or Spatial Rend, Surf, Ice Beam, Power Jump, Focus Blast. It gets a lot of coverage moves, so it could be a real threat. The good thing about this is, of course, we know it's not going to be using any items, so I don't have to worry about this being like Choice Specs or Choice Scarf or something like that. But it's still a Pokemon that is a big threat onto my team. Dragapult, something I'm actually not too scared of, but it still could be annoying, especially if they decide to run maybe a Thunder Wave or Will-O-Wisp Hex set. Of course, physical Choice Band, can run it Choice Specs if they really want to. So very unsure what they would bring and use on this, but a very scary Pokemon nevertheless. Mega Scizor is actually offensively okay to my team, but defensively very good to my team. Besides, of course, like I said, Mega Blaziken, my Typhlosion, so I can deal with it on the fire weakness side. However, into me, close combat, of course, Iron Head, you turn out, pivot out, knock everything off, kiss up with Swords Dance, and even possibly sweep me with Bullet Punch if I'm not really careful. So Pokemon, which I'm kind of worried about just from getting rid of it, since it can also recover itself with Roost, and it also taking one of my Pokemon down or getting at least low enough to revenge kill with one of its other Pokemon. So a Pokemon I'm kind of worried about, but not too worried about, but I definitely need to stay on my toes about. Zapdos, another Pokemon that they can run either defensive or offensively, of course. Hurricane, Heat Wave, Thunder, Volt Switch for pivoting, but also can be annoying on the defensive side, running it defensive, especially defensive. Of course, running support moves, stats moves, can roar me out, recover itself with Roost, of course. Self Tailwind for his teammates, Thunder Wave me, Toxic me, PF screens if they really want to do some niche set, but Zapdos, a Pokemon that I also don't have a lot to deal with on my side without possibly them getting a stag off on maybe one of my faster Pokemon that are used and have contact moves. So very, very worried if this is brought, because it can both sweep me and just be a nuisance. So hopefully they don't bring it, but I can't see why they wouldn't. And then the last Pokemon I think they'll bring is a Incineroar. Of course, just an Intimidator for many of my physical attackers, and it's a fire type, so hits super effectively into a majority of my Pokemon. Also very good move sets, can run close combat for my steel types instead of, you know, one of his fire type moves like Flare Blitz or Blaze Kick. Can run bulk up, of course, could be a support Pokemon. We all know what Incineroar does. Fake out Parting Shot all at once, just like a VGC. So a Pokemon that it's bulky, so I don't know if I'll be able to get rid of it super fast, but it's definitely going to be annoying and intimidating on my physical attackers. And then we'll go into the team that I built up for this week. I finally bring Typhlosion to a battle. It's been 2 weeks now, I still haven't brought it, but I'm deciding to bring it this week. Terrifier, decided to go Choice Scarf, and then Choice Scarf Eruption, of course, just for that 150 base power attacks. Shadow Ball for their Dragapult, and also just hits neutrally into a lot of the Pokemon that may resist the fire type moves like Palkia. Burn Up in case I want to Terrifier and just want a consistent strong fire type move, especially if Eruption's base power goes down a lot. And then I just decided to go with another neutral move, and I decided to go with Extra Sensory over Scorching Sands or something. Actually, in video change, I will go for Scorching Sands just because of the chance to burn a target. So I will be going for Scorching Sands. Genesect, I'm deciding to go mixed again. This time we have a Technoblast Chill for hitting his, or their, sorry, I don't know their pronouns, to hit their Zapdos Dragapult with the 176 special attack. If it's not running if it's running max HP, no Spadef investment, I one-shot it with the EVs I have. If it's running some Spadef, it may be an issue, but if they're running no Spadef, which I don't expect them to, it will just one-hit KO. And then of course Shift Gear, if I get +3, I one-hit KO the Palkia with Leech Life, and I hit everything else neutrally on their team for the most part, and one-hit KO. So that is the set behind Genesect, which I actually need to make shiny. Alolan Executor, this third week ever I'm bringing this thing, it's just been so good for me. I'm going Terrifier mostly because of their Palkia. I thought about going Terra Water, but I thought Terrifier to resist not only Fire Fang but also Play Rough. May switch to Terra Water, we'll see once we get into the battle, once I think about it, just because of some of his other Pokemon. However, one Pokemon I am scared of is that Zapdos, of course, and at least I'm neutral with Terrifier. But Flamethrower for what Pokemon did he have that is not super effective, is super effective. Let me look at this team. I just had a break for y'all. Let me look at his team just so I can have the Iron Treads was the Pokemon I was thinking of, and his Scizor. That one hit super effective with Flamethrower. Of course, Dragon Pulse hits into his Palkia and Dragapult as well neutrally. May even go, if I'm feeling the Terra Water more, I might just go Terra Blast, of course, and then Terra Water. We'll see once we get into the battle if I want to switch it back and forth. I'm actually gonna go shiny for this battle. Blaziken, I decided to go 3 attack Swords Dance just because if I get the +3 at least, I sweep his entire team with close combat, Flare Blitz, and knockoff. Nothing can stop me, even some of the resisted Pokemon. If they switch it to a knockoff or close combat or Flare Blitz and they resist, I can just kill with the corresponding move, the next move on the next turn. So Mega Blaziken, definitely the sweeper here besides Genesect and Darmanitan that you see up there. Mimikyu, I decided to go with a taunt to stop the Spy Dots from getting up. It's Sticky Web. Shadow Claw, Drain Punch just hits neutrally into most of his Pokemon. Will-O-Wisper, his physical attackers like Mega Scizor, if Trez decides to run physical, and of course his Zacian, just to burn, get some chip damage, of course. It's just here to be annoying. So that's Mimikyu, and then Darmanitan, Galar. I decided to go with Icicle Crash, Earthquake, Fire Blitz, U-Turn. Once again, a set that hits at least all of their Pokemon neutrally. Of course, Darmanitan has just been U-turning out, getting good chip damage on whatever Pokemon is in front of it. And then coming back in and usually either, once again, getting chip damage and pivoting out, or just finishing a KO on a Pokemon. So a good Pokemon to have with this Guerrilla Tactics and strong attacks. So that is my team of 6 for week 3 against the Dallas Fire Cowboys, or Fire Crown Dallas. And when I'm back, we will be in the battle. All right, here we are with the battle, and I'll give myself 5 for 6 because I thought Spy Dots would definitely be in this team. I ended up making this Executor Terra War, still keep it Flamethrower. That's the only change I made in between the team building portion and the draft, the actual battle. But instead of leading Darm, I'm still gonna lead Mimikyu here because I want to get either a taunt or a Will-O-Wisp off. Actually, so I can't really stop them from getting up rocks. However, I still can Will-O-Wisp something if they decide to lead with Threads. Ooh, my Typhlosion is going to be taking a lot of damage this game. Same thing for, there was no way I could bring Empoleon to default though. That was the only issue. But I think my strategy is still pretty good. I outspeed all of his Pokemon, of course, with Scarf, Darm. So as long as I could just get like some good chip, Leech Seed a couple of his Pokemon, a couple of their Pokemon. I still don't know their pronouns. Let me go see if they have them on Discord. 1 second, y'all. Yep, they them. All right, I was good to keep going. They them. All right. See, we respect all peoples and all their identity on this channel. And if you don't, then unsubscribe. Either way, I think it's a close matchup between the two of us. I think they have a bigger advantage just because they have much stronger Pokemon that don't really need to set up versus I need to set up with Genesect and with Blaziken. Darm is immediate power, so is Typhlosion. Mimikyu, of course, just there to be annoying, but I think I should be fine. Okay, so they decide to lead with, interesting. This doesn't get Calm Mind, if I remember correctly. No, Palkia doesn't get Calm Mind at all. Maybe they thought I would lead. Maybe this is Scarf and they thought I would lead with Darm. That's very possible. Could be Substitute. And the only one to get is Bulk Up. I'll just Taunt. Alright. So I can get this, and I'm going to Will-O-Wisp. I should have just Will-O-Wisp tried to catch out one of his Pokemon. They can't Source Dance anymore. I can, if I want to, switch into Typhlosion. but I don't think that's a good idea. Yeah, I'd rather that just go down. I think what I want to do here is just set up with Mega Blaziken as quick as possible. I think that's the play. Genesect was also a Pokemon could set up with, probably would have been the better choice actually. But the Iron Treads is the issue with setting up with Genesect. Same thing with actually no, I'm just thinking about, I'm actually looking at his team. Maybe Genesect was the play there, because I can get well, I still could get in on Treads and stuff possibly, but at the same time, if they switch in Dragapult and I can knock that off immediately, that could be Sash. They didn't. The other thing I was scared of with switching into with letting Mimikyu go, or just taunting with Mimikyu first turn, was because I was really hoping that it would switch, the red card would switch in Treads and not get taunt, and they couldn't get up rocks, and then from there I could start Drain Punching and or Will-O-Wisping. That was the idea, but clearly that didn't work out. Maybe I should have ran HP instead. Okay, so if I remember the calc, the one thing I'm scared of though is the Scarf, right? If this is Scarf, that's going to be an issue. Maybe I should, because I don't think Terra on Typhlosion is going to be the answer here. Okay, because I think the calc is I do kill this. Let me just pull up. Because they were very confident going into this. Of course, I could have just Flare Blitz, so of course that's the answer. They're saying GG's, but I don't know if they're Scarf or not. That's what I'm scared of. Because I also don't know if... Okay, let me just... One second. Let me count. It kills. Oh, you aren't Scarf. Thought you were, to be honest. And they still can win this game because they still have Zapdos and they get a stack off. They could just RNG me there. Oh my... Wait. I literally, like, okay, so there was a break in between me doing the team stuff and me recording. And so I think, and I've just been like doing dishes and mowing the grass. So my brain's a little confuzzled right now. So, oh, I'm so scammy. It's not scammy. Like I don't know why I'm tripping. You know what? Also the thing is, I put in the calc, I put regular Palkia, not Origin. And when you just look up Palkia and the Showdown calc, Choice Scarf comes up as one of the first options. So that definitely was a fear. But yeah, they still can win this technically if they get the burn, if they get the stag here. No, they don't get the stag, so I do indeed win this. Are all their Pokemon Genshin names? Uvalet, I'll hide them. Kujosara, interesting choice. Yes, I used to play Genshin because I'm in a relationship and my girlfriend really wanted me to chill in. She really wanted me to play Genshin with her. with them. They go, they're gender neutral. I mean, yeah. Anyways, I well, I got the setup, and I mean, I still can technically lose, but I have to throw because I am flavorless in here. Oh, well, I mean, still on. I want to use Typhlosion. I want a Eruption. They're not letting me Eruption. I will be Shadow Balling though. I really wanted to use Eruption. Wait, you know what? Let's see how much Terrifier Eruption does. This might be a throw. I mean, I still have Dharma in the back, so it's not. And it actually might be a throw still. I'm gonna be throwing this away by doing this, but at the same time, I don't know. I just want to see how much this does. Oh my god, that only did 58. Wow, that actually did a lot less than I thought it would. All right, well, just let this die, I guess. No, it's not Scarf. Wow, that didn't kill. Okay, well, I'm throwing. I'm just letting them get so much. Oh, they're specs. No, Scar. Wait, what item are they? They just kept clicking Jout. Are they? Wait, what are they? Wait, what item are they? It's still losable, you know. Just because I wanted to be funny. They were Fire Fang. I knew it. I told y'all they were going to be Fire Fang. Which is really funny because I might lose now. I might have just lost this. So I lost, I think. I tried to go for the funny and I ended up losing because of it. That's actually so funny. I thought that what's it called was gonna do so much more damage on Dragapult. I just thought it was. I don't. Oh, yeah, I lost. Yeah, I lost. Unless they miss Fire Fang. Well, yeah, I threw the game away. That's on me. That's on me. I should have been 3-0 this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I won't throw away the battle next week, I promise. Please check out more of my content. Leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.